Hi everybody, I'm Tammy Hannick of Dynamic FX Fitness and you are tuning in to week 2 of the Sassy Guns Challenge. Now last week we were just getting started learning some of the mechanics of some very simple and basic moves for the upper body, and this week we're just going to amplify those and perhaps bring in an element of working bilaterally today. So our first exercise is going to be the double lateral raise, and I love these because when I watch in the mirror, one of the most gratifying things for me to see is my muscles working, and I think this really helps when we're working shoulders because the shoulders are muscles that tend to slim down quickly when women start losing some body fat, and if you put some size on the shoulder, it actually can help to make your waistline look smaller and balance out your bottom half, which is usually a problem for many of us women, including myself. So, double lateral raise. Let's put some size on those shoulders. Bring those elbows in nice and close to your rib cage. Nice 90-degree angle right here. From here, all I'm going to do is squeeze the shoulders to raise those weights no higher than the level of the shoulders, parallel, and then control it on the way down. All right, that's the part that is very important that most people don't realize, is that it's not so much the action going up, it's also the control coming back down, the double lateral raise. Now working in the biceps, hammer curl. Last week we were talking about a basic bicep curl, which was top of the thighs to about a fist distance away from the shoulder. Let's change the angle. Turn those weights to the top of the head, face the ceiling. I'll show you from the side. Bring those elbows in nice and close to the rib cage. I tend to think of them being shish kebabs. They can't really move. So those weights come down, skim the side of the body, squeeze up to the top. Down and squeeze. And when you look down, you can see it working, right? And most people feel very rewarded by that when they see that. Okay, so that's biceps. Shoulders, biceps, moving in the triceps. Last week we did the single tricep kickback. So we're gonna add a little element of challenge and make it a double this week. So hinge over with some soft bent knees. Engage in the core. Go ahead and bring those arms underneath the shoulders, and I want you to engage the upper back by pulling those elbows in nice and tight to the rib cage. Keep those elbows there, and from here, I just want you to squeeze back, whoops, squeeze back on both sides, little hold at the top. A double tricep kickback. Easy, right? Now let's head over to the bench for the chest. Most people know all about the chest fly, but many people do them wrong. And improper form can lead to injury. So let's talk about what most people will do and what I want you to not do. For the chest fly, bring the weights right over the mid-chest position. What I want you to do is bend those elbows softly. Bring the arms out as wide as you can without letting the elbows drop below the level of your bench. And squeeze back up at the top. What most people do is they go way too low, which really overextends those muscles. It makes it that much more difficult to complete the movement safely and without injury. So chest fly, it's almost like you're hugging a tree. Keep those elbows nice and round and keep that shape, and you can really start to feel it working in the chest muscle. All right, easy. Last exercise, the dead row, okay? So I want this to be dead weight, and back muscles are really strong, so they can take the extra weight. So go ahead and hinge over, again with that soft knee and that engaged core. Let those elbows release. Now from here, roll your shoulders back and squeeze your shoulder blades in together towards the spine. So when you row those arms back, those elbows stay nice and tight, tucked into the body. You can feel a squeeze in your upper back and release. And you can really increase the weight on this if you want. Now, when I hold dumbbells, I like the position of my palms facing in. But if you were to have a bar, like perhaps a body bar or a barbell, and you have it in an underhand grip or an overhand grip, you're going to want the action to be the same. Even though your hands are facing differently, keep those elbows in nice and tight and bring that bar to the belly and release. In and back. And like I said, the action can work in an overhand grip too. Dead row, and really squeeze the upper back muscles to pull that bar. Well, there you have it, quick and dirty. Because again, most of these motions are exercises we've seen, we've done, but I just want to review that proper form and technique so that you're not working too hard or in a way that's unsafe for your body. It's going to keep you from working out for days and weeks to come. Right? That's the most important part. So beginners, light weights, intermediate, advanced, you know what you can handle to challenge yourself. But that's where I want you to vary the sets. So if you're a beginner, maybe one set is all you can handle based on the calendar. If you're intermediate and advanced, up that to 2 and 3 sets. Go until your muscles are shaking. That's where the change will happen. When you hit that fatigue point, push right through it. And I guarantee you'll start to see some results with a nice tight diet, a little bit of cardio, and a little bit of the Sassy Guns Challenge, and perhaps you'll start to see some changes in your upper body that you just love. And that's what I call the Hammock Dynamic. I'll see you next time.